There we go. Super fast handoff. Here I am under fire in Iraq, apparently, or something. I don't know. But boy, the artillery shells are shelling. So, anyway, hello, Brent. You've transferred over just like I transferred over. And that worked. I don't know where I put my headphones. I think Troy is on to something about the idea of getting headphones. Last night was unpleasant. By the end of the show, I was in pretty sad shape. So I'm going to look around because my headphones are somewhere in here. And I know I just got a new cable for them. So they've got to be right over here somewhere. And all I got to do is find them. But things have gotten kind of confusing over here because of the rebuild. So because of the fact that I rebuilt this entire subsection over here, everything is kind of discombobulated and everything. This microphone no longer works, so I mean it does work, but I've rerouted the audio input so that it's going from the PC into itself. That's a thing. I'm hoping that Brian will show up pretty soon, because if he does, he can take over the show for a minute while I go look for my headphones, which have wandered off somewhere. So, anyway, I am going to make a wish. Make a wish? No. Morph target in NAS 3D, because we had instructions on how to do this, and I think I have botched it over here. So we're going to switch to the drawing monitor because I think I've botched it. So here's our... Well, I'm glad you're still here. I feel like I'm, under siege. So there's that. But I'll get over it. I'll survive. But like I said last night, I was suffering from PTSD shakes, and I didn't appreciate that. And really, so far they've only done the artillery shells a little bit, so that's a plus. They've been it's really just those artillery shells. The rest of this stuff is fine, doesn't bother me unless it sets fire to my house. That'll bother me. But it's when they fire those artillery shell things that really get to me. So, anyway, okay. So what I'm working on right now is what's called a morph target. A morph target is where you take something and, like, I've got these morph targets here that change the body types. Yeah, I can go to male and female by changing this. That's a morph target, and change the body size. This is also a morph target. You get the idea. A morph target is something that you can input into a figure, and it'll adjust its size and shape. Right now, we have a morph target for the Unity uniforms, where it gives the rings around the wrists and expands out for the expanded. Lost my train of thought, but the RC thrusters. That's it. It's the RC thrusters. So we've got all of these pieces that expand out, and the pockets on the shoulders. And though that's not a bad set, there is one more uniform type which I have, which I can't actually get to and use because the formal dress uniform doesn't have wrist cuffs, doesn't have the RC thrusters on the. It does have the flared pants, but it doesn't have the flared cuffs on there. So I need to make one more type of this. So we're going to have to do that. It's not a big deal. I also am trying to see if I can't kill the butt fin that's in there, which is a thing. So we've got our basic G2, and I'm looking at the morph targets for it. I also think that I can do a better job in Blender because I've now learned what this button does right here. And that allows me to scale proportionately, right? So if I do this with like this expanded out like this, then when I do this, this all expands. So it does the whole thing. So I can expand the whole piece, which is useful. So anyway, knowing if that's the case, but there was something we had in the morph targets that I think I did wrong. Because what it says here, you'll go to the file menu and export. So we'll go over here, we'll go to the file menu and hit export. And you'll choose the location. I think I'm just going to call that the same thing, right? And just call it the same guy, right? Yes. Okay. We're going to go for, do that, right? We're going to say generic and preserves the vertex order, right? And preserves scale and doesn't apply bone transformations. Make sure to turn off bake scale. So show individual settings. We need to turn off. That's the one. And all the options below it. That's you, right? You don't need textures or animations to create a morph target, and they'll just get in the way. Your dialogue should look something like this, which it doesn't actually have a photograph. So there's that. Who knows? Okay. So we will do that. That's good. Fine. Right. And then once you've exported the file, that's what we want. So we'll do that. Exported it. We'll go over to Blender. We'll actually zoom back out and we'll go over to object mode and we'll just delete you because we really don't need you anymore because you're now broken. Right. Okay. Go to Blender. Reopen it later and load the same mesh for any objects in the scene. Okay, whatever. So we'll go over here into Blender. And then we'll say in the file menu here, import, and then Collada, right? And we got this guy right here. And you'll do, okay, there shouldn't be any import options, but if there are, use the defaults. Okay. This will open up and you'll see that the base model and its armature, but they'll be laying on the floor. It's actually not, which makes me kind of wonder. We don't need the armature for creating a morph target, so right-click the armature. Okay, because the armatures are what? Pose? And armature, right-click on the armature and select it and hit the X key. There we go. Now it's lying on the floor. Okay. Now rotate the base figure so it's in Blender's coordinate system. Do I need to? Because it's fine. I mean, I don't need to. I'm not worried about it. I feel like the last time I did this. See, now you're trying to figure out how to make a tiny house out of a school bus, and instead it's like, no, don't do that, Brent. Get a tiny house. Get a real tiny house. That's what you really want. Just saying. Down tempo time. There we go. Anyway, like if I don't need to, I don't have to fix it. I feel like it's going to make me reorganize the coordinate system later. So I feel like that doesn't end like I want it to. You know what I'm going to do though? I'm just saving this instruction here. Boom. Very determined. There we go. I'll save this mark targets in Blender first. There. I'll stitch those together someday. But for right now, I just want to save it so that I've got it. Okay. Okay, once you've exported, you can leave as you open around. One day, you will have a tiny school bus. So you're going to get a short bus? That'd be cool. Okay. So funny. Anyway. Okay. Go to Blender. We will open this the base modeling armature. Okay, we've done that. Then press the R key. I don't need to. Jesus. So they have figured out how to use the artillery again. At least I can tell when that thing's firing. Yeah, they're not letting up out there. You have to lick the windows. That's totally a thing. Okay, so I'm going to do an experiment here. Because one of the problems that I had before, in edit mode, I don't know, I'll grab just a random vertex U. You have been grabbed. And I will go work like this, and I'll say done. And object mode. And we're going to say export wavefront object. right? Not here. Actually, that's not bad. We'll just do desktop temporarily. Call this test morph, right? Call this test morph. Now from here, keep vertex order. All right, so we want to keep the vertex order. Doesn't say anything about that. Here, keep, click vertex order. Scale is set to 1. The forward drop down is set to Z forward. Up, Y up. Okay, because that's what I think. I feel like that once I've done this, I feel like what we've got is the scale is not set. It says Z forward, Y is up. Yep. Okay, export the object. Right. Okay. So we're going to see whether this made the super invisible woman thing. Okay. So we got her. We're going to say create. Oh, wait. Where is it? It is. What? Wait, where? Figure segment. Figure. There we go. Oh, more Flutter Pro. It's moved. All right. So we will go find, choose morph file, desktop, test morph, accept. All right. Now that we got this, go here. Yeah, that's what I thought. So laser down. Okay. So that's important to know. You do actually have to adjust her like it said to do. Okay. Because I was sitting there saying I don't want to adjust, which by the way, that looked like she laid down perfectly. Watch this. Rough. Wrong. Not entertaining. Well, or entertaining, which is not as entertaining as one would argue. All right. So we have to do the risk thing of rotating her 90 degrees. The reason I don't want to do this is because she's not perfectly centered. And one of the mistakes that I made on the last time that I did that I made whenever I did the setup for this was I set her up with when I did, she's not perfectly centered. She's forward about a half an inch. So when you activate the morph, she goes and moves forward just about a half an inch every time you activate the morph. And that means that we have to kind of do this morph movie thingy. Anyway. So we do have to do the other thing. That's fine. Right click on the base figure. Press the R key. That didn't work like you were supposed to work. That didn't do it. Okay. This is the key. R key X. All right. now that we've got her committed to this, like I said, the question really is, wait a minute, this is not the same critter. Well, export, wavefront. Oh, that's why. It's a different thing. Okay. The geometry still set correctly? Everything's set correctly? Yes. All right, we'll try this again. Okay, so now we're back to you. That didn't move her at all. Okay. All we have now is this thingy on the side that pokes out, which is totally fine. Okay, good. That's then what I'm going to do is hit undo for that. And I'm going to save as, because I didn't do this last time and I should have. Eric D2 email for more. All right, let's get to work. I like how the music just stopped. The thing that makes me mad about the music stopping like that is that I have to reset it every time. I don't want to do that. I got this. That's stuff to do, man. Okay, so this guy here. If I turn on constraint here, like this guy, oh, what do I can do? Constant? No. Linear. I think you need it. No, not for this part. But what I do need to do here. Symmetry, that's what we want. Oh, that's it though. Is the audio out? Can you hear me still? Because I've still got audio or music playing. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? How about now? Uh-oh. I've met a lot of people who have a waste of money on that one. Just saying. Okay, good. Just making sure. No, I'm looking at the mirror modifier. I don't need a mirror modifier. I need to figure out how to mirror without mirroring it. That's not what I want to do. That's what I wanted. I don't remember where the heck it went. Oh, there we go. That's what I wanted. I got it. Got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. This. Yeah, see, that doesn't look right. This is a little under mirror more. Because that one at least will help a little. So that waste of money thing is like totally a Donald level joke. You know that, right? I mean, just saying, that was a Donald level joke. Which makes me wonder where Donald is. I haven't seen him in a while. Hope he's okay, actually. He wasn't doing so good the last time I talked, but he's hanging in there. Tough cookie, so, you know, that's a thing. So I did actually watch some of QuaCk Spy, and it is disgustingly cute. That was Can, who really wanted me to watch QuaCk Spy. There we go. Just picking up vertices as I go along. See, that one's good. That one's good. Now that one, definitely a better version. I like that one. That's good. All right. I don't think there's much I can do about this. I was hoping I'd get a better result out of the and I was hoping I'd get a better result out of this, but I'm not. That turned out better, though. Oh, man. Are you going to stay up for a little bit later on tonight because of all the explodey stuff going on outside? I wouldn't be able to sleep. Tomorrow is going to be hell for you. I can already tell. I do not envy you. I hope you hang out with us, though. We'll keep you company while you suffer. No classes tomorrow. I actually am off this week as well. Right? Let me check. Yes, I'm off this week. And then next week is weird because I'm only doing a class on Wednesday and Thursday. So I'm not teaching. And I need to go look at my. Isn't that weird? Like I have and the thing that sucks is Thursday is class 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 are hard. 5 and 6 are boring, and 7 and 8's the test. So they're all stressed out, and the kids are always like all over the place, and it's brutal. Okay, I need to figure out. Yeah, see, I don't know how in the world. Yeah, I don't like taking over other people's classes. I mean, it's part of the job. But I like having the kids from the get-go. You know what I mean? Like they already know me. They're comfortable with me. They already kind of have a feel of what my class is going to be like. So I don't really like taking over other people's kids generally. But, it's a thing and we'll make it work. And I'm not that worried, but You turned 13. What'd you do? Take a test or a pre-test? How'd you pull that off? It's oh, I don't know. Is this one of those we don't tell people? Okay, so how'd you pull that off? Oh, because you were in Kansas. Hey, Brian's joining. Dan's joining. Can of the not exploded.
Oh, it's easy to not be exploded when you don't set anything off to explode, but everybody else all around you is.
Right? They're really big on that here. They're super big on exploding stuff right now.
I bet they are.
So,
how are you?
I'm okay. I'm surviving. They were doing the artillery things earlier, but they seem to have let up on the artillery things. So either they've run out of them, or they've given up, or something. I don't know, but that's fine. I don't care as long as I don't have to deal with them anymore, because they really are unpleasant, and I don't like them. And so I'm not quite as shaky as I was yesterday. I was pretty shaky yesterday.
Yes, you were.
It was pretty unpleasant. So, but I'm glad you're here because, like, I did. I got in to prepare for Geek Tank, but then realized that I didn't have the passwords for StreamYard, and I didn't have all the yada 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 and all the things that needed to be done. And then, so since this is all a new install, everything needed two-factor authorization because it didn't recognize the browser and it didn't recognize. This is part of why I hate reinstalls, is because what should have been a 5-minute job ended up being a nearly 40-minute job of trying to log into all of my different things to get passwords for everything and check numbers and verify and validate. And I keep thinking about how quickly Pepper lost his Instagram account and how much time I spent verifying that I was who I was. And I'm like, how do these hackers manage to just grab his Instagram account? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's so frustrating because it's like, shouldn't it just takes for, anyway. So yeah, it was rough, but not bad. And we got Geek Tank running and everything, but the TLDR on this is I have to go pee somewhere along the line here because it's been a long time and I didn't think about it before I started this. So I was like, this will only take me a few minutes, and then I'll go get more tea and I'll go to the bathroom and set up everything and I'll be ready. And then I was literally like by the line getting StreamYard up and running. So you can let me have a pee break while you draw.
Yes.
Which will be perfect. So I will go do that. I'll be back in a moment. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me. Hey, Brent, how are you doing this evening? I didn't go. So um, this was the first 4th of July that Dad wasn't here, and so it hit really kind of hard earlier today. So I spent today kind of reflecting, if that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't realize how much 4th of July was going to affect me until it did. It was, we made this awesome meal and cooked our hearts out. And Dad wasn't there to enjoy it. So and I know that these feelings won't stick around forever, but God, they're hard to deal with. And it also doesn't help with the gaming group that, like, one of the people in the group has come down with COVID. Like, him and his entire family have COVID. So he's out right now.
All right, now we have T. Now we have P. Now we have, okay. Oh, yeah. So I had asked him about how he'd gotten his license at 13 as a driving instructor. So
What?
I'm a driving instructor, and Brent had gotten his license at 13. I was trying to figure that out. Okay, Brent, how do I install Microsoft Office? Every time I try to do this, it keeps sending me to a web page, which is fine, but the web apps of Office are not as useful. That's not what I wanted. The web maps are not as good as the installed stuff. Well, I'll just worry about it later, I guess. Pull up the page. Oh, okay. So there we are. So every time, well, actually, let me launch it so that you can see. My Skype meeting is ready. Why? God bless it. Okay, so this is the little launcher that I've got here. Go to account settings. My account? Yep, see, that just opened a web page. So not my account. Maybe account settings. All apps. All apps. Oh, install desktop apps. I got it. That's what we want. Jeez Louise. I hate the web app crap thing. I think we fired it off. We're good. So now Office is getting things ready like it's supposed to. Good.
So, what did you think of my idea for Twitter?
What idea? Which idea?
I sent with the strip game.
I must not have been paying attention. I'm a little distracted today. We've got a lot of explodey things. That makes my life a little rough.
So someone on Twitter developed this thing where to interact with his audience, he started posting the strip game, and he'd have his character, and it would just be his character looking sexy, and they would vote clothes off of that person. And I went, there is actually something that could be functionally interesting in that.
So wait, let me back up. So this guy was like having his characters get naked on Twitter?
Yes.
Fair?
But that's all they were doing.
Oh yeah. It's fine. I'm just trying to clarify here.
Yeah.
I've got no problem with it. It's there is a definite market for sexy things. I don't know how personally I feel about it for interacting myself. However, I've got no issue with other people interacting with it.
So I decided to give it a try, but I decided to do it a little differently. And that is have the character, like, I want to tell a story where the character is just going swimming. So each one, when she dons off a piece of clothing, she's going to be in a slightly different scene position. Like one of them, I'm going to have her running downstairs. Well, and make it so that each one, the pose is very dynamic. So I'm practicing poses I wouldn't normally draw.
If you're gonna do it, stretch yourself. I agree. I think that's awesome.
And not only stretch myself with poses, but also doing backgrounds and scenes. So she's having to interact with the scene she's in as well.
That sounds like a great idea.
So I'm trying that out to see how I feel.
I'm astonished that it was so. I keep talking to Pepper, and Pepper keeps having like all of these interactions with his fans, and I'm like, "You've got fans?" like, like nobody knows I exist, and I'm like, "You mean you can use your Twitter account? If I said anything on Twitter, if I said that I thought the world would, if I said that I thought I was a white supremacist, nobody would notice." I mean, I think even the algorithm would ignore me. I could probably like say bad words and banned things, and I think the algorithm wouldn't even notice.
So I have 3 people that have pushed what they want. So I'm trying,
like I said,
interaction, see what happens. I mean, there's lots of different ways that this can be done.
Yeah, I'm totally okay with it. I just, sad. But that's okay. Okay, we are installing all of the Office stuff. I really wish it wouldn't install the whole mess, because I really don't ever use PowerPoint. I mean, really, I use Word, Excel, Outlook, and Access, and that's it. I mean, that is, to be fair, 4 of the 7 apps, but I don't use Note, whatever that is, OneNote. I don't even know what this other P is. Publisher. I don't use Publisher. I don't use OneNote. I never use PowerPoint. So it's just Access, Excel, Word, and Outlook. Boy, I use the heck out of those. I love having a PC be able to pick up my inability to do mathematics. Makes me remarkably happy.
Yeah. And then did you see the thing with AX, the carbon monoxide detector?
Yes, and did you see my post to it, my response? And then Tom's response to it was even funnier. Although
you don't get poisoning till 600. The problem is that I think they were 600 away from that level, because I think it reads upward.
The reader says 420. 420 is still 10 points higher than atmosphere at this point in time. However, I have a horrible reason why I know this factoid. Because I went and looked up, somebody was arguing with me about climate change.
Mm-hmm.
And I went and looked it up, and now I have regretted looking it up. Because it used to be 300 ppm in the atmosphere in 1968. It was 300 and something, and now it's 410. And it's going up at about 100 ppm every 50 years. So at the rate we're going, we'll be at 600 ppm by 3200, or by 2100, or 2150. By about 2150, the atmosphere will be too toxic for humans to breathe. And I'm like, well, I regret knowing that. I'm like, I went and looked it up, and now I'm like, oh. And that wasn't, I wasn't looking at a liberal website. I wasn't looking at anything. I simply looked up what is our CO2 value right now, and then
Yeah.
looked up the historical CO2 value and found out that our CO2 value in the 40s was like 250, and then by the 60s it had climbed up to 300, and then by today it has climbed up to 400, and it's going up in the logarithmic curve. And I'm like,
Oh God.
that's horrible. So we really only have about 50, 60 years left before. I mean, like, that's one of those where if we don't do something, my kid will not be able to breathe when he's
Yeah.
my age. That's alarming. But anyway,
Yeah.
I happen to now know, and it doesn't take. This is not even. I mean, I didn't. Like I said, this wasn't anybody's blog. I went and looked it up to counter the discussion that was going on. So I looked up what our human tolerance is for CO2 parts per million, and it's 600. And I looked up where we were, and I looked up where we are, and I went, oh. And that became unpleasant and somewhat terrifying.
And that's when the crying started.
Right? I mean, like, at that point in time, I'm like, well. Yeah, it's like, okay, it has installed Office. Thank you, my dear friend. I do not need an Xbox Game Pass.
But guy, think of all the Xbox gaming you do.
I know. That's what
You're
I'm like,
so
really?
horribly addicted to it.
I have.
Your wife constantly talks to you about your Xbox gaming addiction.
Right? Okay, my account, I can close that now. Now I can bring up Office. Now we can do stuff. Because I actually like the to-do. It's fired off and it's working right now. I like my to-do list. I wonder if I use the calendar. Can I synchronize this calendar? How do I synchronize it with? No, that's not where. Add calendar. It's probably under the who's bringing games next? Games. Okay, I don't know. What? Subscribe from web. Edit my calendars. Calendar. No. For additional calendars. Oh, no. Subscribe from web. Okay, well. Yeah. Okay, well. Yeah. Me? What? I can put charms on it? I don't know. Did it work? Okay. Okay, that's what I need. Class 5 and 6. But you didn't tell me where. That's right. Well, that's a thing. I'm still trying to like organize everything. Why? Why didn't this work? Do you refresh? I have a package from Amazon coming in, and that's all it's telling me. I mean, though nice, that's not what I was looking for. Okay. Thank you. Calendar turned on. Okay. I don't know what to do here. This is irritating to me. Because I don't want 62 different calendars. This is just ridiculous. Grump, 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 grump. Anyway, so how you doing?
I'm okay.
That's good.
We had barbecue ribs today.
Yeah, that's a classic tradition. Our family went to the Dolce Vita, which is a lovely little coffee shop in Old Town. And we had family art day.
Well, there you go.
So we all just went there and sat down and did art. And I started doing. I'm going to do some. I think I'm going to do some tokens for Magic. It's something that Troy's been trying to get me to do for a while. So I started sketching them because the rule for Family Art Day is that we do not bring electronics if we can avoid it. So it has to be all in my sketchbook, you know.
No one talks about Family Art Day.
Yeah, right. So it's all in my sketchbook, and that's cool. But so I sketched out a couple of servo counters. They're adorable. I've decided I'm going to do adorable because I don't see adorable very often on counters. Usually the counters are, you know, they're like you'd imagine. They're, you know, scary monsters or whatever. But nobody does like adorable, cute pictures. So I did a vampire, which was like this little girl with fangs, and she's biting the neck of her dolly. You know, there's a vampire, and she's got like little bat clips in her hair. But you know, she's an anime character, so big eyes, and a little teeny mouth, and a big round cherub face, and it's extraordinarily adorable. So. But that's what we're kind of heading for there, and that kind of thing. So there's that.
Well, there you go. Sounds like you had a blast.
I had a lot of fun. It was a good day. Offsets the obnoxious, stupid firecracker things that are going on right now. So now I have office stuff.
I think I found my new favorite brush.
Right?
I grabbed up a fishnet stocking brush and just one swipe, whoop, done.
Wow. Oh, that's how we do it. This could be extremely useful to me. Hey, you need to be in Celsius, people. Let's see here. Personalization. Huh. Huh. Oh, hey, I like that. Light mode.
So yeah, my point with when I saw the thing with the CO2 detection and
Oh,
how
yeah, yeah.
high it was also think about how many people that is packed in there that potentially could have COVID.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Not arguing with you at all.
Oh yeah, it was one of those where it's like there are multiple reasons why I don't want to go to a major convention.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
AX is proving them all.
I'm not even gonna complain with you. You know what I mean? Like I know what you're talking about, man.
This tweet, Jesus Christ, how many fireworks did you assholes buy?
Right? I mean, like that's kind of what I'm doing too. I'm like, stop. Like you've been literally you started at like 4 this afternoon and you're still going. I wonder what other holidays I can put in here. Can I put other holidays? Like add calendars. What other like can I have Japanese holidays in here? Because that'd be cool. I can have Colorado Rockies calendars. Oh, good. Yes, I can. Brunei. I can put Brunei's holidays in here. I like knowing Japanese holidays. They make me happy. So there. So there. Okay, good. TV. Any other? Oh, I guess I can like put all of the different schedules of TV on here. That's actually somewhat terrifying. I'm not sure what that means. Sports calendars, yeah. Oh, hey, Aussie rules though. Okay, that's funny. Hawthorne Hawks. This would be how Mom would live right here. She'd be so excited that she could pull up her Hawthorne Hawks, which was her team. She'd be so excited about that. Yeah. Yeah, I really do not care about those, so that's okay. I added the Japanese holiday calendar. I will make it disgustingly cute. I don't know, what, purple? Let's make it pink. hot pink. And the U.S. holidays need to be not that car. Like, not. Yeah. All right. Because this is actually a very useful format. And now that I've got it set for Celsius, that makes my life a lot easier. Because I'm a weirdo and I like Celsius. However, I still don't have my mail open correctly. Jesus. Like, which one of my 5,000 passwords do I have here? All right. All I needed. Is you. Okay. And see, this is what I mean by like I hate reinstalls, because now I finally got to the one thing I needed, which is just to write down where I am. So 13th is the 14th. It's fine. Do you need love? Is that what's going on? Goofball. In the following week, I'm in Arvada. Beep beep. Was that you? Did you die this entire time while I've been looking at my calendar?
Yes.
Fun.
I'm sitting here. I'm like, oh, they finally took out my internet. The fireworks finally did their job.
The shelling have finally taken out the internet. You've been shelled enough.
Yeah. Well, what's funny is we have a dish that points to Mead, and there's a tower in Mead that picks that because we do this like weird like radio internet thing
Right.
because of where we're at. So I'm like, oh, they finally shelled the tower to death.
All right. 18, 19, 20. Then I have the weird one, which is okay. I'm looking at my calendar, so if you die again, tell me, okay?
I'll let you know as soon as I know.
Okay. All right, now I have fixed my calendar from the instructions that I got from my boss. So that should help a lot there. Wow. Like, how do I get this to do its? Okay, better. Fine. Like I like. I mean, I do like the what's it? I don't like this. I mean, I know I'm being boring because I'm trying to, but Brent earlier today had asked, okay, so why are you not going to work tomorrow? And apparently this week is off for the schools or something. I don't know. But I'm not on this week, so we get to do our normal schedule of days and nights for this week because you and I are the only ones who are crazy enough to work every day and every night.
Yeah.
Which is fine. All right.
I'll work and no play.
But it's still fun. All right, so this, then I'm just going to save this as it is. This will be okay. We'll go over here. We don't need to anymore. What we do now is test this by saying edit figure.
So, how is Fan Expo here in Denver? I haven't heard anything.
I
Like
don't know how Fan
0.
Expo is in Denver. It just amazes me. Oh, you mean what happened there?
Yeah.
I've got a lot of buddies who are there, but
Like, I have heard 0 about it.
yeah.
And you'd think I'd hear, like, a blip, but no, I've been hearing about AX and nothing about Fan Expo.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, everybody seemed to be happy. Nobody seemed to be dead or anything, so I guess that's a plus.
It's just been weird.
From what I've seen, got a few cosplayer friends that were there. All went fine. They didn't have any real major problems or anything, and so I mean, relatively okay. I don't know. I kind of hard to judge, I guess, because I mean it's pretty decent as far as I can tell. Everything went fine.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. I mean, I think that's also a super spreader event. So
Yeah.
we'll see how that pans out. Ultimately, I'm presuming that's not going to end particularly well. In the end, I think a lot of people are going to end up with COVID.
Yeah, I think so too.
But
Like, I've already gone through it once, and it's causing me panics to think
yeah, I mean,
about
like,
going to these places with all these people.
yeah. And the saddest part is it doesn't have to be this way, but it is this way because people are just jerks. Same people who are out there firing off fireworks are like, it doesn't really exist. It's not really a real thing. Well, thanks for making that choice for us. I mean, even my buddies who, are friends or whatever, but they're conservative. Even they're like, well, everybody's going to get it anyway, so you might as well just get it over with. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. We will get it over and over and over and over and over and over. And each time we roll the dice to see if we get long COVID. And I don't want long COVID.
I can tell you you don't want long COVID.
You don't want long COVID at all. I don't want you to have long COVID.
Again.
And unfortunately, that ship sailed. So. Yeah.
But it's like, and then on top of it, you have to worry about, is the guy next to me gonna suddenly haul out his gun and just start shooting?
Right? There's like so much anxiety in the world now. I'm wondering if there's a way for us.
Because that happened today at a parade, a 4th of July parade. It's like, if there ever was a thing to keep me away from large groups of people, it's those two phantoms right there.
Yeah. Tell me about it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's not cool.
No.
Not cool at all.
It just keeps getting stranger.
Yeah. I just feel like, and I've just got like better things to do with my world, you know.
Yeah.
Get that shape straight. That's not straight. At least, though, it does seem like the guys who had the fireworks in this park right here have gone home, which is nice.
So after 2 days of firing them off.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, well, there we go. That's a much better.
We are two grumpy old men this evening.
We really are. Well, I've had 2 days of like PTSD inducing explodey things, so I'm a little stressed out. I was saying that tonight at Geek Tank. I'm like, I'm sorry. It's trying not to be a stress puppy. I mean, like I said, I was having PTSD shakes last night. That was not cool. Those are not the kind of shakes I like. I like chocolate shakes. Just saying.
Yeah. One for breakfast, one for lunch, and a nice wholesome dinner.
Right, exactly. And unlock edit mode. And I can take you and you and you and delete. No. You and you and you, and then delete. Delete selected properties. There we go. Now take it out of edit mode. There we go. And we will do one more thing, and then we will test for him over here, figure. What was I doing again? Oh yeah, more floater. Choose more files. You accept. All right. You. There we go. She looks like she's got sleeves. She looks like she's got cuffs around her legs. This is for the dress uniform, which does not have pockets, nor does it have the upper RC thrusters on your arms. So, don't get blown out into space, because it's actually like completely impractical in space. This is the mess dress high doodly wop uniform, so it's not the... All right.
I am zoning, so I'm probably going to be heading off here in a moment.
Yeah, I'm not zoning, but definitely you'll be on tomorrow, so
Yeah.
you can get work done tomorrow too. It's not like you're completely, abandoning the projects or whatever. And I mean, frankly, sometimes we need a break.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
So, I will catch you tomorrow.
OOH, huh?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I mean, really, we only have about 20 minutes left, so that's okay. I'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Have a good evening. I hope the explosions don't make you, die or anything.
Oh, they're pretty much calmed down right now, so we're good.
Yeah, they've calmed down quite a bit over here, too. We still got a few, but not enough for me to go to bed yet. So, cool. See you tomorrow. Good night.
Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye-bye. What's up, dude? We got a little visit from the small fuzzy guy. He's my fuzzy guy. He's my fuzzy guy. All right. So we're working on level 2 of this. Now, the thing about these guys is from this side, they need to be disproportionate. So they need to be like this, because you need to be able to put your hands to the side. So we're going to do this. I don't think we didn't. We added these guys. They kind of inflated a little. So there we go, like that. And we'll come down like so. And then like so. Which will make this ring here there we go, just like that. Still goes up all the way. Goes over to here like so. And go like this, just extend it a little bit more to the bottom. Like so. Just like that. I'm going to bring this down just a little. Increase its size just a smidge. Now this is where I want to kind of fidget with it a little. I feel like from this side it's huge, and I don't think they'd want it to be that huge forward and back, which is one of the things I wanted to fix before. I can't really rotate it though because it snaps back to here all the time, so I kind of have to do with what we got. What I'm going to try to do though is I'm going to try to take everything from about here forward, grab as much of this as I can, like so. Like that. I'm going to take this guy here. No, this guy here. Because this is not going to work like I want it to. It's going to distort. See, it'll distort like that. It's not what we want. What that means is there's nothing I can do to make this better this way except go this direction. And this might be where it's beneficial to have this turned on, because I can press this in. Right? Means I'm going to have to fix this part, but not that much. It's good. The same thing here. Whoa, that was a lot. There we go. That way it's less pressed to that front piece. Right now all I gotta do is just bring some of this kind of down because it's a little twisted. Looks a little twisted. Okay, we'll turn off proportional editing. Because now I'm going to do the old-fashioned way. All right. And what I really want to do is get this guy lined up so that he's all straightened out. There we go. I'm going to straighten out that cuff so that it's straight, like so. This should be easy from the top, or at least theoretically. Proportional editing for the win. Hmm. All right. Because legitimately, it's not quite midnight yet, so nobody needs to stop the fireworks. Come on. All right, next things next. These two, being the RC thrusters, need to be flat. There we go. So what I'm trying to do here is, this is the RC thruster pack on her arm. It should go here, here, kind of has some issues going along here, but that's all right. We'll make this work. But this should have a flat spot up here. For her to have her RC controller, RC thruster controls on it. We can actually just kind of spine it up just a little bit like that so that it's but we want this to be very relatively flat-ish, give or take. Only 5 minutes remain in our show, guys. There we go. So this is some of the stuff I was trying to fix last time, or trying to get last time, and then didn't. The arms are too out there. Things are a little too whatever, and I didn't want to do that. So then I didn't want to fix it necessarily, and then I didn't want to fix the butt fin problem, and now I'm going to fix the butt fin problem. So you may ask yourself, how are you going to fix the butt fin problem? And this time, I'm not going to mess with the butt at all. Well, are you really into this? Hey, you. Good to see you. Good to scritch you. Good to have scritchy problems. So, okay. In theory, that's flatter better, because this is also a control pad, so that holograms will project up from here. So you want to be able to project them up on that point. Since they're holograms, they can project on top of your RC thrusters. It's not going to really matter, and that's all right. So we're going to also go up here. We need to give her pockets. And yeah, this means we're going to have to redo our stupid maps for her. But this is a better... Give me a better layout. Go. We need to make sure also that the pockets on this does not double twist, as that messes with the grid work here, because these need to be like this and flattened out, or else this becomes a flaming mess full of all kinds of trouble real quick. No. So you make sure all of these line up properly and aren't any kind of confusion or trouble as far as the grid work goes. Those pockets need to be bigger. I felt like before they weren't big enough. Yeah. You feeling like you're not loved? What's the story, book? What's the story? You look like you're not loved enough. All right. We're going to do one more outputting of this. What we've got here is, call this export. We're going to export it as a wavefront object. We're going to call this standard female, standard uniform. Should have called the mess dress female as well, because they're going to be doing the male version here in a minute. Right? We're going ahead and do that. We're going to take her, and we're going to do the same thing we did before. We're going to say, in figure, the morph loader pro, choose the morph file, you, accept, and hope that everything works, right? So we got this, so we'll go to 0 here, and we'll say you, right? And that gives us pockets and the correct feet and the correct everything. Does mean we're going to have to redo the uniforms. I'm not ecstatic about that, but we'll do. Because I don't think the surfaces will work like I want them to, but we'll take a second and check. I mean, you know, all kinds of things could occur that are wonderful, but I doubt it. I have a feeling things won't fit as well as we want it to. So I'll have to go back through and do it again. But, you know, stranger things have occurred. Yeah, the pocket's off. And that's all right. We'll get there. To see what things have changed. And the pockets were sort of okay. No, it's not. But it's not going to take a lot to fix, so. That'll be tomorrow's quick job. We'll go through and fix crap. We'll do. It's not horrible. Most of it's still going to be fine. We're just going to have to do some adjustments. That's all. Okay, we will also turn off its angular. Which lasts? No. Okay, well, we'll come in tomorrow and mess with this and clean it up and figure out which parts of this need to be moved over. So, okay. That's us for the day. I'm out. I'll see you all in the morning. Same bad time, same bad channel. You know how that goes. Good night, everybody.